Hey beautifuls, I hope that I'm sounding better than I was last video. I was fucked up on that video. And I was wrong as two left shoes. Apparently, um, well, not on Marion, but yeah, I did end up having COVID, and COVID set me on my ass, y'all. I was not able to come and make a video for the new year, before the new year, but I'm here now. Happy New Year, you guys. I hope that it was pleasurable for you guys. I hope that you um, um, enjoyed your new year if you went out and you celebrated. Um, I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys, set some good intentions into the new year, and if you got some New Year's resolutions, hope that you stick to them and hope that you get them done. I wanted to talk. I wanted to do a, just let us look at 2021, which was a, um, um, for, well, I want to talk about numerology, right? And 2021 was a 5 year. Last year, I was supposed to make a video. I mean, I was supposed to make a blog about it, but I never did. But I wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about the things that were going to happen last year, as far as as far as it being a year of change, creativity, also chaos, and some calamity was gonna come with the number five in numerology. It's a number of although it is a number of change, it also is a number of chaos. And it was a little chaotic. 2021 was a little chaotic. I think that if we could put the focus on one thing about 2021, it was how big black femicide had gotten, and how that word had begun to spread amongst black women. And now we're able to like really look at the numbers in the United States for the murders of black women. And I know that other nationalities of black women are here, and I'm grateful for you guys being here, like really, and supporting me. But the content here and my lived experiences as a black American woman, or as an African American woman, and most of my content is directed towards the experiences for black women in America. And Black femicide is just telling the truth, telling the truth of the black woman experience in this country, and how dangerous it really is for black women, and African American women, black women in America need to really, really take a hard look at our conditions in this country and how dangerous it is for us, because we would like to say that it's just, mammies and mules and pygmies, and the nasty women, the nasty divestors want to say that, these women are getting what they got, but no one is exempt. When you go on black femicide, those are women from all different walks of life, all different socioeconomic statuses, women who are divested or on their dead shit, children, baby girls, old ladies killed by their thuns. I mean, I think that 2021 really is making us have a hard look at the hate for the black American woman. And I think for me, 2022 is a 6 year. This year is representing harmony, love, and balance. And when it comes to me, and I'm thinking about balance, I'm thinking about just how much the world steals from black women, and black women, of course, all black women, but specifically African American women, Black American women, ADOS women, black women who have a history and lineage in the United States of America. Just how the world is really stealing from us and eating off us. And that's on a personal level. You guys know, I'm a recovering mule. I used to be prideful about just how much I could give and how much I could help and how much I could be of use to others. And black women, we gotta stop letting people steal all our shit. I think it was a Tyler Perry movie. I can't remember, but it was a scene in a movie where Loretta Devine was talking about having all her shit stolen. It was a poem, and I can't remember who the poem was by, but anyway, and it was talking about having all our shit stolen. And black women, going into this new year, do not let people steal your shit. African American women, do not let people steal your shit. As a matter of fact, it's gotten so bad that they shame us so bad about our shit. They shame us so bad about the things that are specifically African American women, that when the rest of the world gets hold of it, we can't even claim it because we were too ashamed from the beginning to say it was ours. And then once it travels the whole world, then you look at it and you like, oh shit, that was originally an African American woman thing. That was originally an African American woman thing, and it then traveled the whole world, and you forgot that it was mine. And that's on a collective. Cultural level, but also on a personal level. I'm not letting anyone steal from me this year. like that's like real shit. I'm not letting anyone steal from me this year. No one's stealing shit from me this year. I ain't giving shit. I don't got shit to give. I have given enough, and I'm here to collect. Right? 2022 is a year for black women for collection. Okay? It's a year for us to collect, for people to pay up on their debts to black women, to African American women. And really what we need to be doing is just walking around with our hand out. Walking around with our hand out. Like, pay up. Pay up. And I know that on, the manosphere and, ain't nobody stole from us more than them. Like, ain't nobody stole more from black women or shamed us and let everybody else steal from us so bad. So much than black men. And then they shame us and say that when we are walking around in this realm like somebody owe us something, right? Like somebody owe us something. They shamed us out of the fact and the truth that yes, they do actually. Yes, there is a debt owed. Yeah, and this year is the year to collect that debt. 2022 is a year where you are going to be getting your just due. Getting your just due. Everybody's going to be getting their just due, and black women need to be ready to collect. African American women, black American women, women in America, we need to be ready to collect and not be ashamed about it. Not be embarrassed about it. And not and be able to walk away and realize that it belongs to me. It's mine alone, and I don't have to save the whole community with what is owed to me. Let me collect what's mine and go. It's 7:00 in the morning, y'all. Y'all know my daughter in the background sleep. She also has COVID, so yeah, she's over there snoring, and huffing. The louder I get, the more she huffs. But anyway, yeah, black women, you need to be ready to collect, and you need to be ready to collect and get the fuck on. Okay? You do not owe anybody, anything. Ugh. You can collect what's yours and go. Do not try to save the community. Um, do not think that whatever is yours that you have to share with anybody else, and especially don't let nobody steal from you. So that's what we're looking at in a change from 2021, which was a year of chaos on a collective level. As far as it sounds cliche, as far as the universe is concerned, as far as universal law is, as far as numerology is explaining, it was a 5-year, and it was a year of chaos, and it felt chaotic. But with the number 5 also comes creativity and change. A lot of black women were deciding to move, were deciding to get the hell up out of Blackistan. Most of us was harnessing that energy of change in a number 5 year, and we made a lot of changes. We made a lot of changes, and some of those changes really saved our lives. Really saved our lives, and black women need to keep up that momentum, especially now that we are able to see, especially now that a lot of what is going on in the black community in the United States of America is being spread on and being broadcasted, like, for everyone to see. Just now, an article about how an article has come out, and the manosphere is in an uproar about how much black males are costing excuse me, how much black males are costing, and their unemployment rates are costing the black community. Well, guess what, black women? Get out. Get out. Leave them in their jobless asses, in their poor, decrepit fucking communities. Do not stay. I think at my age, let me take that back. Actually, I'm gonna leave it at my age, because I realize a lot of women at my age are at the same place. And we're black women at my age. I'm 34. But in our 30s, us millennials, and we're looking now, and now we're trying to figure out: do we stay and try to fix it, or do we leave? And a young woman in Baltimore City, she was a police officer, and she was a police officer. She was ambushed, and murdered. And murdered. And when I heard about her story, right, she was 37. She was 30. She became a police officer at 37, and she was a single mom. She became a police officer at 37, and then she was just now married 2 years later at 39. That means that about my age, about 34, right? If she was just now becoming a police officer at 37, that means at about 34, 35, she was thinking about her next move, right? As we all are, as most millennial black women are, we're thinking about our next move. A lot of black women are struggling with: do I stay and try to fix the black community, or do I leave? And she chose to stay, and that choice cost her life. That decision costed her life. Black women, you cannot choose to stay. You cannot choose to stay and try to fix this shit. This is a sinking ship, and you need to jump off as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible, you need to be getting the hell out of there. Black women, black American women, black women in general. If you're listening from another country, and I don't have any advice as for how the fuck you get away, especially in those fucking poor black countries. And look, I know that you guys love your countries, and you love where you're at, and but a black male is a black male is a black male is a black male. Y'all not gonna tell me in another country they not being terrorists. You're not gonna tell me in your country they're not terrorizing, okay? Because they are. And as African American women are deciding to divest. Look, all black women, get the hell out. Get the hell out. It is not worth staying. It's gonna it's gonna in 2019, I believe, 21 in the United States of America, 2,100 women were killed. Of the 2,100 women that were killed in the United States of America, 1,400 of them were black women. 1,400 of them were black women. Black women are making up, what, 7 to 8% of the population in the United States of America. I mean, this is a fucking problem. This is a fucking problem. And in 2022, we can harness the energy of harmony and love and balance and get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Last year I told you guys, money would be flowing into the hands of black women, and it's still happening. And you need to be using those resources to get your ass out of Blackistan, as I've been saying. But especially in this coming new year, where you can where you can harness some of the energy of peace and harmony and love and start with love for yourself. It's very unloving to stay in Blackistan at this point, black women. It's very self-harmful to stay. That woman, that police officer in Baltimore, she is one example of many. Is one example of many, and I know that I'm not the only black woman who is deciding to leave Blackistan. But for those black women who are on the fence about it, who is thinking, if you leave, you're gonna be abandoning the black community. Sis, it has to be abandoned. It's a dying thing. If you stay around, you're just gonna die with it. You need to get out. If you were waiting for a sign, this is it. This is it. You need to go. You need to pack your shit up, make your next move your best move, and get the hell out. Do not stay. Do not try to figure out how you can save the black community, and Lord forbid you have a fucking son. Oh gosh. like Lord forbid you have a son. I'm telling you. But we ain't gonna get into them guns. We ain't gonna get into them guns. They already told y'all what to do with them guns. Y'all need to take them to his daddy house and leave him there. Okay? Y'all didn't already told y'all that. But yeah, you need to be making your exit, black women. That's what you need to be doing in 2016. Whoa, I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, 2022, you need to be making your exits, and you need to and you need to be okay with understanding that that there is a debt owed, and that it's okay to let people pay their debt to you. It's okay. It's no free handouts. You don't have to. I think in Atlanta or maybe Georgia, they were talking about. I mean, this is how the money just flowing into the hands. Look, I'm really starting to rethink racism. Y'all. Like, I keep on saying to myself, like, was it ever? Because you think about racism. Racism is kind of a new thing. Racism is new. Racism is new. Before racism, there was sexism, right? So racism is a new construct, and I think it's a possibility that, as I said, your connection to a cursed thing is cursing you. And this two males in a patriarchal society trying to have dominance, and it just so happened that the male that looks like you, that's the same color as you, is losing terribly. So they screaming racism. They're screaming racism, and it's not racism. It's a patriarchal society, and you're losing. It's a patriarchal society and two males are at war and you're losing. So you're screaming racism and you're trying to convince us that it's racism too. But looking at the collective, because we know that wealthy, and we're talking about real wealth. We're talking about real wealth. I'm not talking about the rich people who live fucking 20 minutes from you and they rich because they have $1 million. I'm talking about the real wealthy. They are not racist. The real wealthy white males, patriarchs, they are not racist towards black women. They are shelling out cash to black women left and right. So now I'm like, racism where? Racism where? Anytime Atlanta, Georgia has decided, black women, it's a possibility that black women cannot get ahead because they don't have the money to get ahead. So let's just see if we give them money. I mean, this is what wealthy white males are sitting around talking about. Let's just see if we give them money, can they get themselves out of the rut of Blackistan? Let's just give them money. Let's just throw them money and see what happens. This is what wealthy white males are deciding to do with their money. Let's just throw black women money and see if they can get out of Blackistan. And y'all want to keep on telling me something about racism? I don't want to hear that no more. I have rethought racism. As I say in a video a very long time ago, when two males are fighting, women need to mind their business. Women need to mind their business. My father taught me that if it's two men fighting, whether one of the men be my man or not, if it's two men fighting, I need to mind my business. I'm a woman. So while white male patriarchy is kicking black males ass, and I mean they kicking their ass good, black women need to mind their fucking business. Mind your business. When you hear your thuns screaming at this racism, mind your business. It's not affecting you. It's not affecting you. White males writing your checks left and right. White males are writing black women checks left and right. Every time I turn around, it's another fucking check from white males to black women. And the first thing that black males are saying when these kind of things happen, I was on Instagram and it was posted on the Shade Room, and all these niggas were talking about was what about black men? I had to really check them. Like, are y'all serious? You sitting in another man patriarchy and you want him to write you a check? That's really, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Black women, if you still dealing with black men, really, I'm really starting to think like it's something. Do y'all like The Weakest Link? Like, do y'all like The Weakest Link? Like, imagine someone saying, you know what, just as they say on the manosphere, right? Black women make the least amount of money. We have the least amount of money. We have the least amount of resources. We have the least this, the least that, the least. And then white males decide, oh shit, you know what? This is a problem. These women are suffering. Let me see if I can help. Right? White males decided, oh, these women are suffering. Let me see if I can help. Let me see if I throw money at them. Will this help? And instead of black men saying thank you because I can't do it. Thank you because all I do is watch her suffer. All I do is watch her go through. All I do is become a further burden for her. Instead of black males saying thank you, Zaddy, what he instead says is what about me? It's a fucking embarrassment. I would be embarrassed to have a thon. I would be embarrassed to have a thon. All those men on the Shade Room who were saying, what about us? Their mothers need to be ashamed. I don't want to be caught with the losers. I'm telling you that right now. When you see me, it's going to be very rare that you see a black male around me. Because I do not, I don't want to be seen with the losers. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. So, that's happening in Atlanta. We already know Goldman Sachs is writing their checks, and several other companies writing their checks. And black women, you need to be, if you can see right now, I look like those girls on the fucking Proud Family. They put their hands out. Yeah. And don't be putting it back into Blackistan. Don't be putting it back in Blackistan. Take it elsewhere. Take it elsewhere. Do not be letting Pookie sleep on your couch. Your cousin, your brother, your uncle. Don't be letting them come inside your house and sleep on your couch and live off of you. They are stealing. They are dirty thieves. They are more of the son of Satan. I done told y'all they literally the son of Satan, right? I think I didn't explain that, but I'll get into that a little bit more later. But they literally the son of Satan. And you know what Satan like to do? Steal, kill, and destroy. And that's what they do. Steal, kill, and destroy. They are stealing. Every time you let them sleep on your couch, they come over for a meal empty-handed, stealing. They are thieves. Do not let them steal from you anymore, black women. Don't let no African-American women, don't let no one else steal from you. Don't let no one else steal from you. We got a real problem amongst black women, and black women being nationalists, and non-black American women stealing from African American women. They steal too. Black women, African American women, do not let anyone steal from you. Do not let anyone steal from you. That shit is over here. Where Preem live at, y'all, that shit is dead. Ain't nobody stealing from me. Ain't nobody stealing from me. I'm taking it in my body every single time. So every single time somebody steal from me, I'm taking it in my body. I want the wrath. I don't give a fuck what it is. Somebody steal 50 cents from me. I want the wrath of mother to fucking have them pay severely. And I don't care who it is. No stealing from me. No stealing from me. No stealing for the African American or black American woman collective. Anything you take from us, you need to be honest about the fact that it was ours. And be grateful that we have given it to you. And that's the whole world over. And that's the whole world over. I remember when I was a young woman, I might have been like 19. I went to Jamaica, and all of the Jamaican women was wearing weaves and, had eyelashes and I was Jamaicans, they bleach. They heavy bleaching over there. I got a girlfriend I went to high school with. She was of Jamaican descent. Man, she's bleaching. That shit looks terrible. But anyway, when I got there, I was like, oh my goodness, why they want to look like white women? Because they was wearing long fucking blonde weaves. I was like, what is going on? They want to look like, how do they want to look like white women? Ain't even no white women for them to look like. And then it finally dawned on me, they're not trying to look like white women. They're trying to look like African American women. African American women trying to look like white women. This is what I mean about shit go all the way around the world, and before you can even realize, oh, it was originally ours. It was originally ours. It was originally a black African American woman thing that then traveled the whole world, and once you see it somewhere else, you forgot it was originally ours. And I'm not just talking about how African American women dress and act in our culture, although that is something that is traveling the whole world, and the things that they had us be ashamed about. Things they had black women being ashamed about when Tiana Taylor became Maxim most beautiful woman or sexiest woman. All those things, Tiana Taylor is the prototype of the ugly black American woman. I mean, a prototype. Thick lips, high cheekbones, dark skin, ghetto, loud. She is the fucking prototype of the things that everybody hates. that everybody said that they hate about black women. Show a black male that don't know Teyana Taylor a picture of Teyana Taylor and watch him tell you how fucking ugly she is. How she look like a man. How she look like a man. And everybody in their mama is trying to look like Teyana Taylor. All the non-black women want to have that fucking phenotype, that fucking face on them. The things that they made us ashamed of, the things that they made us hate about ourselves. Now women dying and look like Teyana Taylor. And when it travels all around the world and everybody got to Teyana Taylor face, you forgot it was originally hers. It was originally ours. Totally forget that was originally our face. The bodies that they dying to get, those were originally our bodies. No. I ain't let nobody steal from me no more. I ain't let nobody steal from African American women. And I don't care who get offended. If you are a black woman here and you're not American and you cannot honestly say, yes, the world is stealing from African American women, this is a fact. This is a fucking problem. Everyone is stealing from African American women. And then hiding their hands, and then when we say something about it, you guys are saying that we're crazy or we're jealous or no, you fucking stole. You made us feel bad about it and then you stole it. So no. Ain't nobody stealing from me. And I think this was supposed to be a 2021 recap and a video about 2022 and what we can look forward to, and it turned into this. And look, this is where we at. This is where we at. Because I really want to talk about how people steal from African American women and then, you know, and we're letting it happen. This is about justice. This is about the number 6 is a number of balance and justice, and everybody getting their just due, and whether it be good or bad, and what's due to black women, what is due to black women is a whole lot of paybacks. The whole world owes us. The whole world owes us, and the whole world is going to be paying us this year, African American women, and you need to be okay with that. You need to learn how to accept, to learn how to receive. You have given enough. African American women, hello. You have given enough. It's nothing wrong with being on the receiving end this year, because that's your position this year. Black women, African American women, under the fucking sound of my voice, your position this year is to be on the receiving end. Anytime that you are not on the receiving end, you find yourself giving, you are not in alignment. You are not in alignment. Anytime you feel yourself giving, you are not in alignment. Not this year. 2022 is the year for black women, for African American women to be receiving. So every time you feel like you're giving too much, or you feel exhausted, or you feel like you have given too much, you need to sit down and realize how to get yourself out of that situation, because you're not even supposed to be there. You're supposed to be in a position to receive all year long, black women. All year long. And I read tarot. I use the tarot deck to break down the quarters of the year, right? In tarot, the first book in tarot is I don't know if y'all into tarot, but look, I am, and I'm gonna use it to teach today. This video long, y'all can listen or not. But anyway, the first book is Wands, right? The first book is Wands. So when we talking about the Six of Wands, that's a number. That's a card of victory. It's a card of victory. It's a card of getting acknowledgement for things that you have done. Black women, that's the first quarter for us. Moving into the first new year, the first quarter of the new year is a victory. Is getting acknowledged for the things that we have done, the contributions that we have given the world. Have literally carried the whole world on our backs. African American women, I mean that shit. And you can argue me if you want to. You can argue me if you want to. African American women have carried the whole weight of the world on our whole back. We deserve some payment for that. And the second six in the deck is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is representing nostalgia. It could also represent cups representing love. It could represent a perfect love. Black women need to learn how to receive love. To receive love and be okay with somebody loving you down. But again, you know where you're not gonna find it. You gotta be okay with stepping away from that and leaving that. Especially with the Six of Swords, that's exactly what the Six of Swords is talking about. Moving on to greener pastures, moving on to a more steadier water. Moving away from the chaos of the number 5 and moving into something that's a little bit more steady. Something that's a little bit more sure. Black women have to be willing to do that. You have to leave that chaos so black can stand behind. You deserve more. And then finally, the Six of Pentacles, we're talking about money. We're really talking about the money that's going to be flowing into black women. Having your hand out and being on a receiving end of materials, of comfortability, in the physical realm. Black women have to be ready to receive that. That's what this year is for black women. Align with that. Anything that I'm telling you, anything that is not lining up with that, it ain't for you. It ain't for you. Leave it. Be okay with leaving it. Know that when you leave this troubled water in the Six of Swords, that when you leave this troubled water, that it is a more calmer existence. It is better on the other side, black women. You just have to have the courage and to leave. Okay. So that was kind of all over the place. that was still some of the leftover energy of 2021. That was, a little chaotic. The message was a little bit chaotic, but if you stayed long enough, I hope that you got some of what you needed. I hope that you got some of what you needed. And it serves your highest purpose, like women. We deserve this. We deserve what's gonna come. And we just have to put ourselves in a position to be on a receiving end of the good things and not the bad things. Reject all that shit. From now on, when something happens in my life and I don't want it, I shut it down and say, this is not my life. That's my favorite line. My daughter cracks up because I'll be like, this is not my life. This is not what I want for my life. This ain't it. I put a return to sender so fast. So fast. This is not my life. This is not what I want for my life. This is not it. So yeah, black women be okay with leaving, rejecting shit that ain't for you. Openly say this ain't my life. This ain't for me. This ain't what I want. This ain't mine. I ain't claiming it. And moving on from it. This is not my life. That's not why. Well, see, this something happened, and my daughter know. My daughter, she look at me and she be like, "This not your life, is it, mine?" No, ma'am. This is not my life. No, no. When y'all know my daughter, 19 years old, I'm teaching her right now. Reject everything you don't want, baby. This is not your life. This is not, you don't want it. This is not my life. I ain't even taking it. I don't want it. It ain't my life. Anyhow, you guys. I hope your new year started off okay. Um, yeah, I hope that your new year is going well. We only 5 days into it, you know. If it ain't feeling New Year yet to you, that's fine. Don't don't. If this still is some of the, if you got still some of the chaos from 2021 and it then traveled into your 2022, that's fine. You know, some of those remnants going, some of that chaos from 2021 gonna still be trickling all the way in our lives, all the way probably until April. Um, but start rejecting that shit now. This is not my life. This is not what I want for my life. This is not the plan I had. This ain't it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to COVID. This is This is not my life. Not COVID then came and knocked me on my ass like this. But anyway, you guys, I love you. I hope that you guys are having a new year, a happy new year, and I hope that it gets better. That you align with what we're here to have, and we're here to have the fucking good. Okay, we are here to have the fucking good. All right. We're here to have a life of ease. We're here to have a life of luxury, a life of love and joy and happiness. So that's it, you guys. Talk to you later.